Say, bro, you cool with Willa Boy?
Yeah, I'm cool with Willa Boy.
Did you see the fight with Willa Boy and Murda?
Yeah, I saw it.
You was out there, Lee?
Was I out there in the city?
Uh,
No, I know I wasn't in the city. I
what came
saw.
to your mind when you saw it, bro? What was your thoughts?
Um, fuck. I felt like I don't know. You know, my opinion on that is like it's kind of hard for me to have an opinion on that like that because the shit that's going on with the city is in-house shit and
Mhm.
disrespect on
And the
both.
word, the word on it was they needed to get that shit off their chest. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Facts that too. It's good that they was able to scrap it out and get it over with. You feel me? Which it's a lot of extra disrespect that's going on too. You feel me? That some people might don't take it, feel like it's um fight worthy. You feel me? So that vid on that. Some people like you got to commend Willow Boy and Murder for just fighting and getting that past them because we from Chopper City, man. You feel me?
Quick interruption. There's 24 days left before the strike on Red Report is lifted, which is why our views look the way they do. In the meantime, go to Talk Your Talk YouTube channel for new interviews and documentaries from us. Back to the interview.
That's what the internet want now. They want you to crash out on site. You feel me? And on live, they enjoy it. Like it's almost like they'll push you to the edge to go do some shit, and then when you do it, they be like, "Oh, I want to solve the crime." Like what the fuck?
You know that shit designed though, right? You know
Yeah,
niggas ain't just going crazy like that. Niggas constantly do it because they realize that YouTube is promoting that shit, so they get
yeah.
a whole lot of views when they do that kind of shit. So they like, well, I'm gonna do some more.
So that's where it come at with the reward. You feel me? You got to think about all the people that's going. Just for instance, at the second line, how many people probably knew homie from that fight now? Him and Willow Boy probably getting people, oh man, I saw y'all fighting online. I saw y'all this, I saw y'all that. If some people that didn't knew Murder, that didn't know Willow Boy, now they know Willow Boy, or some people that knew Willow Boy didn't know Murder, now they know Murder.
Right.
So,
Damn. New Orleans, bro. New Orleans is different, bro. That motherfucker is unique.
I ain't gonna lie, that bitch hot topic though, boy. When I tell you around the world, they tuned into that bitch. You feel me? But it's just so, it's just so. I don't know, like what is our niche for to make it out? You feel me? Because you even got young artists like what his name Subtweet Sean on a platform arguing with Monster. Like, where we going with this? You feel me? Like, where we going? Like, I just don't know. You feel me?
Start fire. Don't get it twisted.
Now, y'all know I'm home now.
Look, don't
I'm
get it
standing like a
twisted.
big dog supposed to.
Shit's
I'm
real.
home. I'm back on site.
That was bro. I just about to ask you, bro. What's up with Lorel, bro? You know I gotta ask you every interview, bro.
Man, Rail the same Lorel. You feel me? That's my dog. We talk every 3 days. You feel me? We just was on FaceTime, me, him, and Michael Fontaine. Michael Fontaine up in Houston, and we used to be in a group called the Starting Five.
On five, gonna rep it to the end, man. Yeah. Leave your
I
own
know
tank
a
sound
lot of
holding it
people.
up.
We just was chopping it up. They trying to convince me to do music again. You feel me? But I don't, I don't know.
Magnolia Records, leave it. Check him out.
Yeah, represent my Magnolia Levee.
This is my dog leaving, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Say, what's up with that? What's up with that? Between you and Juve, bro. Is there something between y'all?
Well, we pretty much we ain't been talking as regular lately, but I found out through a mutual friend that it stemmed from a headline that No Rap Cap had posted, like with one of with the interview that I did with them. He didn't like one of the titles, and most of the time people just look at the titles; they don't go to the video to find out what it is, and he just felt some type of way about the title and just was holding that back on me, or just was keeping me at a distance for
So
some.
the title was kind of somewhat threatening to him, or kind of like
It was
opposing to him.
I can't pinpoint actually what the title was, but it was something like where it was like almost like I was dissing Juve in the interview, and that wasn't what happened. You feel me? But it's out of your hands when you do an interview, and if you ain't on the same page with the people that's posting it, that's part of the game that you deal with now. You feel me?
Yeah, because you hear things through the grapevine, bro. And when I heard that, I was like, I didn't believe that shit. I'm like, ain't no fucking way in the world Juve and Levy got, because that's Unc. And when I was introduced to y'all, you introduced me to.
He ran with Zoe and Yogi, and that's always gonna be Unc to me. You feel me? And his daddy JD, and just the whole family thing. You feel me? Lil Mac, Young Juve, and just the whole crew. That's our regular UTP crew. You feel me? Bouncing around on the internet, you can't control the narrative that people put out. You feel me? Once you do an interview, it is what it is.
Say, bro, you and Juve spoke since that little bullshit came out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck. That's man. At the end of the day, that's Juve. You feel me? And I'm built like that. You feel me? I'm built like we can lock up in the room and go do what we need to do. You feel me?
Say, bro, so what? So
With
y'all
my,
have
that's
y'all
one thing.
talking, y'all put it behind y'all.
Um, fuck. My hood, we different. You feel me? Well, for me, I'm different with my hood. You feel me? It's whatever type of time my hood won't be on. I'm on that type of time. We can lock up in the room, fight, whatever. But for my hood, I'm gonna always hold that flag up. You feel me? And I don't think, for me, I don't feel like I'll do nothing disrespectful towards nobody from my hood. You feel me? And that's just the way that I was raised. You feel me?
If it's anything, if it's Juve listening right now, and anything that he should know, is anything you want to put out there?
Oh fuck, it ain't really nothing to say. Fuck, that's Onk. You feel me? At the end of the day,
Where's Juve and BG relationship right now?
I feel like everybody on the same page is just some loose ends on like the disrespect, bro. It be a lot of disrespect and sometimes I love that Turk. You feel me? I love Turk, but um some things he get mistreated on. I feel that, and he also want to verse his opinion. You feel me? And I don't feel like all the time he should have to check his ego. You feel me? But in this situation, to move forward, is either you drop it wayside, or either you almost like it's like um man, it's just a complicated situation now. You feel me? Because because even in his situation, we will feel disrespected if somebody says something about your wife too. You feel me? But at some point in time, when it's a man business, you got to tell the women, go ahead, step to the side. You feel me? Yeah, he's. I saw where in the interview he said he felt like BG called his wife goofy, and he even came online and addressed that. You feel me? Like that was a moment where you got to call homie. You feel me? And be like, yeah, man, we're gonna keep the women out of this. You feel me? And I wouldn't put my wife on the platform to respond to him with that neither. You feel me? Not saying that he's wrong for doing it, but we got a code that we stick by. You feel me? And I feel like homie get mistreated a lot too. I want to say that also. I don't want it to be like it's one sided with me with him.
When you
You
say
feel
when
me?
you say home, you talking about BG?
No, I'm talking about Turk.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, shit. I thought I thought it was always one sided.
That still goes with, I'm from a different era, bro. I'm all, you heard me? I'm pulling up like, man, come on, man. Like, if we pull up and do what we got to do or whatever, all that could be avoided. You feel me? We done been in each other's presence too much for it to have online arguments. You feel me? Like, we could have been, done body slammed each other and got this over with and get to the bag. You feel me?
Right. Or just
It's
get
all,
or just have an understanding about it. Let somebody just really violate it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Well, it ain't that type of action. You feel me? It would have been, it would have really been already exposed if that was type of action. I just feel like it's a get physical action and get this over with and then let's move. You feel me? But it's so prolonged because everybody live in a different area. You feel me?
Say where's you and Turk relationship right now?
Oh, fuck, that's Turk. You know, I'm always respect homie. You feel me? That's my dog. You feel me? Just like Jizzle, my dog, and Juve, and you feel me? Fuck, I don't. You know, I'm always the same, bro. I'm always the same. You feel me? Like I don't play the play games. Niggas know I'm loyal. You feel me? And it's whatever. You feel me? If we got to get physical, we getting physical. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah. Say, anybody you leaning that towards? Any situation that happened to where anybody need to know that?
Oh no, no, you know, it's just I'm just the same. That's all it is. Niggas know I'm the same, bro. I don't. You feel me? Like you know, the internet spread us out so far to, like you know, other people are trying to veer into it, or you know. But with them, that's my brothers. You feel me? So it ain't no particular way that I'm just feeling like that's what they need to do to get this over with. You feel me?
Oh, right. Damn, yeah. Yeah, damn, that shit crazy, bro. You think that shit ever gonna? I don't know. That shit crazy.
I feel like if they pull up to the same, ain't no way that we should be in the same city and don't meet up. And let's get this here little boxing game out the way, you feel me? And move forward, you
If that's
feel
how
me?
they both feel. Yeah, shit.
Because at the end of the day, well, I don't know if they, I don't even know if they can still get a bag together now, you feel me?
Wait, say it again.
I don't even know if they can still get a bag together.
And the powers that be, he chose size too, Birdman. So
Yeah,
because I mean, from Birdman, I'm thinking about getting money. I'm thinking about we'll
yeah,
deal with all this shit after the tours. After
yeah,
we done got all the bags, then we'll deal with that shit. But
yeah.
do you think at some point somebody could have sabotaged it on purpose? Like,
No, I don't feel like that. Um, I feel like it was too many outside people, you know, getting into their business and not enough direct talk. You feel me? Like I don't like if me like I could call you directly. Why do I need to talk to another person to talk to another person to get your number? It's still like that to this day. You feel me? Like I that's just something I don't get. You feel me? Like how come we grew up together, but I gotta call somebody else to talk to you? Like nah. But soon as some beef or some drama pop off, to have your direct number. You feel me? And that's with everybody, not just you know. Soon as shit get gangster or whatever, you know, to call you directly. You feel me? And for me, I'm just not one of those rappers that you know call on other people to take care of me. I'm getting in the car going already. And that's what you know. As men, you gotta stand up behind. You feel me? A lot of people ain't taking that route. A lot of people passenger riders. You feel me?
When Juve went to Cash Money, he came in the neighborhood with the Hound video. Turk wasn't even signed to Cash Money then. That's the same day he spit to a baby.
It's my
Committed to the motherfucking business.
You hear me? It's my dog Levee.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from New Orleans around me right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Diddy, Diddy.
it's all good in the
Know what
hood,
it is.
baby.
The you know what's up.
Yeah.
Clinton Apple's in town. If Jesus need a baby, we come to lay it down.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to that boy Turk. Shout out to Jizzle. Shout out to Juve. Shout out to the whole crew. You feel me? Shout out Stunner Skull. You know what it's hitting for. You feel me? But Jizzle, we gonna need that anthem for the summer. You heard me?
yeah.
Stop holding it. Stop holding it back. You heard me? Shout out to my dog Booby Black. You know that bitch gonna call me after the interview. Nigga, you ain't say my name. You heard me? Shout out to my homie. Hit up hard, Ernest and Tate.
Chopper Young City people, huh?
Yeah, that's Young City people. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, we can say that.
Hey, Lee, what's up? What's up with your relationship with especially having a connection, a relationship. Like you say, shout out to him, to his people. Your relationship with you and Young City.
Oh man, our relationship 100. Fuck, you know that's fuck. City is family. You feel me? That's Barone Street and MLK. You know they hit them hard boys. You know, fuck. In actuality, before I got with the Gotti boys, I was on a label with Lack. And Lack had a label called Made Figures, and that's who I was running with, bro. The Hit 'em Hard Boys, you feel me? From Monte and Lack and Deucey and Keith and all of the OGs was supporting me at that time. You feel me? When
Bro,
I was made figures. You feel me?
you
From
remember
High,
seeing Chopper Young City running around as a little.
Well, I was, man, bro. You know,
He left when he was what, 14, 13.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I was too Magnolia in at that time. You feel me? I was on that Magnolia shit. Then I was running around with Cortez and Bussy and Turk and Wernell and Ratnam. You feel me? From Leonard and just my whole little crew. You feel me? I was old side, new side. The bit Derek was the worstest though. BG Derek, bro. That dude come in everybody hood, bro. Cause he was the rental car king. You feel me?
Say, leave another thing we don't talk enough about. I think we always lean towards his only that one thing, his habit. But you say you used to run with a young Turk, bro. Who the fuck was the young Turk, bro? Was he always this vocal? Was he, in the
Oh,
project?
I felt like he always was this vocal and he always had a point to prove. You feel me? Being, how it's a struggle being the youngest person and of the group, and everybody, you got to look up to everybody. You feel me? And I just felt like that kind of, it's like he always felt like he the little brother. Everybody want to keep little brother in you, even when you get to be a man. You feel me? And
Turk, I tried that
that's
shit.
just the way we is, like, with each other. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, Juve always gonna look at me as Lil Leon. He ain't gonna be like who Magnolia Levee when somebody else bring me up. He gonna be like, man, Lil Leon, Zoe nephew, and that's where but I respect it though. I'm understandable to that. You feel me? And some people just don't understand it. That's the same as when BG first came home. A lot of people may have took it like it was a shot at Gar when Jizzle was like Lil Gar and Lil Snipe. But it's only really how we been raised around him. You feel me? We always was under him. I wouldn't feel no type of way if he called me Lil Leon or Lil Levy. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, they was really already ripping and running before me. But for everybody else who our age, they gonna take that as a shot. Like, man, did he just call that boy Lil Levy?
Right.
And if you don't keep your ego in check, it also will have you like, nigga, I put in work now. You feel me?
Said, bro, do you remember, bro? We was in the Magnolia. That's what he said. He said, "That's my partner, Lil Levy, right here." You remember
Yeah.
that? That what BG said. He was hugging you. He said,
Yeah.
"That's my little partner." He said, "My little partner, Lil Levy." So now,
Yeah,
but that's a New
fact.
Orleans thing too, though, bro. That's
That's a new all the thing. Even when we talk to each other, we be like, "Oh, your boy got that little business." Some people might take that as an insult, but it's really, just saying that's our lingo.
Dog face is like that ugliest motherfucker, but you cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a euphemism for that's my dog, that's my but the ugly as shit. You know what I'm saying? It can get ugly as well.
Man, Dogface is a crazy dude, bro. That man could be on one perk and just go all the way. You will never know where he gonna turn the corner, bro. So even with Dogface, I'd be like, should I follow his page or should I? Should I not? You feel me? Even when he posts, I gotta literally get on the post and listen to everything he say before I like it. Because if you like a post and it's dissing somebody, it's automatically like, oh, you on that type of time too. You feel me?
right, right. If you ain't listen to it all the way, you just like it,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
and that's whatever we in right now. You feel me? You gotta listen to the whole complete rail before you like some shit now. You feel me?
You saying, "Man, Levy like that bullshit?" Like you like?
Yeah, thanks. So now when I pull up and giving me the under eye, like, man, that bitch ass, you feel me? And the whole time I don't know what it's about. You feel me? Cause they could chop the clip up right at any moment. You feel me? Man, you could say something to be on a totally different conversation, but somebody else chopped the clip up and put a question on the clip, and now it's like it's almost start a war. You feel me?
And that shit changed. Yeah, changed the whole direction of what it really meant.
Yeah, what it really meant. And now you got a whole little situation popping, and you don't even know what it stemmed from.
Frontline, Magnolia Records, leave it. Check him out.
I'm official. I don't kill no more. I found a new way. I put cheese on their head like them fans from Green Bay.
Wacko, because I know he came to Atlanta.
You talking about when he went on with Turk on to the Beehive? Yeah, I feel like Whack my man's. You feel me? That's my dog. Me and him could argue the same day, and we still do our thing, and we family. We could check one another. because we family like that. I just feel like, some problems that we dealing with our friends and shit like that, I feel like that shouldn't hit the internet. You feel me? And I talked to him about that. You feel me? Because I feel like if he had a problem with Juve, he should have addressed that with Juve versus saying something out in public. But everybody got a right to feel how they want to feel. You feel me? That's
Right.
just me and my opinion. You feel me?
What can I ask, bro? What was it that he was saying about you?
Um, it's just business stuff that he felt like he didn't take care of business wise with singles and contracts and stuff like that. But you also dealing with people who learning as they go also. So you got to give people grace on that too. You feel me? We don't know the business. And now that we got of age, we could read paperwork and hire a lawyer and all that. But going into it, you feel like that's your friends. You feel me? And if I was in his position, I would have went about it a different way.
I got
Because
you.
at the end of the day, I'm just one of those type of people. I wouldn't in my relationship or my friendship over some money.
Right. And then you probably would have never put Whack in that situation either, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah. Facts.
we never heard Juve's side. We only heard,
Yeah, we only heard one
you
side of
know,
the story.
once, yeah, exactly.
And
So
that probably be the problem with him too, you feel me? Because he's not like internet person, you feel me? And for to see him on crash out on the internet and reply back, shit like that, that's kind of different for him, you feel me? Or what we expect from him too, you feel me? Because that's OG at the end of the day, you feel me?
say, bro, we cash money, we uptown, we might well stay uptown. Listen,
Yeah,
Turk, we got Turk. Wacko is one thing, but in Turk, and when we speak about this, bro, I don't know if I want to just say Turk putting it out there because he kind of triggered, right? Because it's a back and forth thing,
yeah.
But do you feel Turk just putting too much out there?
I feel like I feel like he may be get feeling disrespected a lot and he don't know how to take it. So his best way is to lash out is the internet, and that's whatever we in the internet. You feel me? Some things I feel like he shouldn't hit the net with too, but because they from the same court, they from the TC. You feel me? That's off the old side of the Magnolia. And I feel like they could have pulled up on each other or got a mutual respect or a friend like Rusty or just anybody that could have reached out and take care of that. You feel me? And lately, it's just been, like I feel like the public right now they just want to see you crash out in public versus and that's what is man. I be looking around and I look through the internet. I be wondering if the message Instagrams and the message pages paying more than anything else because now you could disrespect somebody online and they feel like there's no consequences. Or you could get somebody that retweeted and they go viral off a repost or something. And now they acknowledge when they go out in public. Oh man, I remember you. And now you know their name, or they go from 1,000 followers to 2,000 in a day. So what would you do in that situation? You're gonna keep doing the same thing that got you there. You're gonna follow the algorithm and keep going with what's winning. And what right now, mess is winning more than anything. You feel me?
Say, bro, it's the only thing they pushing.
Yeah, that's it, man. You go to the explore page, you see all type of shit. And some of these people I even like. I like Dogface, but he veer into lanes that I wouldn't veer into, or or either speak on other people's situations that you also got to look at the consequences of when that person see you. You feel me? But everybody, when you getting rewarded for doing disrespectful shit, what you gonna keep doing? You feel me? At the end of the day, everybody's trying to hustle and trying to touch their bread. You feel me?
You saw OG Murder went on Dogface podcast. Huh?
Yeah, I saw that. So that that's basically a similar situation. That's basically you on combining platforms. You feel me? So if you co-signing something Dogface saying or you co-signing what Murder saying, it's basically like it's the same consequences for the same people, or either vice versa. If he felt some type of way towards the other way, you feel me? It's like you got to stand up for something that you don't even know nothing about. Like somebody might don't like Dogface and you done went live with him, But now when you see that person, they ain't fucking with you because they don't fuck with dog face.
A lot of that shit going on right now.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Hey, and speaking of that too, right?
You know,
Go ahead.
it's a lot of selective politicking, a lot of selective outrage, and and just like I don't know. I guess because we don't have the outside no more. People not really outside. They could say something to you on the internet and know that you will never be in the same facility with them and shit like that. Or it's a lemonade from school that's now he tagging along with a who getting likes and reposts and he getting followers out there too. You feel me? So
That
now
new world.
go that lane.
That new world, bro. Hey, with you being close to closer than anybody I know to 21 Savage, bro. What do you think about the industry? First of all, his statement about the streets, about fuck the streets, and then about the industry riding against him. Because it's one of the things you just spoke about, how people chose sides, and it's
Yeah.
just this controversial shit.
It comes with selective politicking. You feel me? You know, and you got to think, man. Dude, come from nothing. We all come from the streets, but at some point in time, it goes back to like, all right, so if I used to be in the streets and I was thugging and robbing and shit like that, when I get of age and I touch paper and I find out that's wrong, what I'm gonna be like? Oh, I ain't doing the same thing no more, right? You wisen up, and with age come wisdom. So that's just a way of whoever popping. If I won't get my name in the headline, I'm gonna scream out "F this person" or disrespect this person, and that's gonna get me to the headline. So, what better way for an artist that's not popping to be like, "Oh, I ain't rocking with 21," or "I'm rocking with 21." Most likely, the disrespect gonna get picked up before you agreeing with him.
Right. See, because motherfuckers, bro, it's like it was like one out of every 20 was riding with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like you say, Lee, it's the thing that it was the thing to do to go against him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the thing to do. The bandwagon coming. Whichever way it go, they want who. That's why when you look at the internet, they want who they want to win. You feel me?
Mm.
It ain't about who was right or wrong. It's about who they want to win. You feel me?
Yeah. You been keeping up with the Corey Holcomb, Antoine Daniel situation?
Yeah, yeah. I keep up with all that. I see all of that on. I like Corey Holcomb as a comedian and stuff like that, but I felt like it was disrespectful for him to post homie daughter the next day. Like if sometimes you got to stand on business and you got to go out back. He asked him to go out back. I would have took the offer. Whether you win or lose, you feel me? You got to take that offer because you asked him. You still face to face with him, and then he say step out back. You were supposed to take that offer. But I'm from the era where women and kids is off limits, and I am. And with me saying that, it's kind of hard now because you even got women that are co-sign somebody post or even drive somebody around while they doing a drive-by. And I don't know. We in a new era where the women getting a lot of hands-on action too now. They rocking out with their dude or whatever now. You feel me? So we getting away from the women off limits now. You feel me? Sorry to say it, but a lot of shit that's going on with men be mostly behind women.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. Like Pac said, every time I die, it was always a horny bitch involved, somewhere involved.
Facts.
Say, bro. Overall, I gotta ask too, though, bro. Overall, with the whole Cash Money thing, because Cash Money a couple years ago, bro, was looked at like industry gods. They couldn't be touched. Every position was filled properly and right. And then you got with BG come home and the whole Turk shit, and then Birdman, making statements and things, but just with the whole Cash Money movement, bro. As far as right now, what do you think?
I feel like it dropped the ball. Like the door, it's only so long the door could stay open. And with our age, it was that time in the moment. You were supposed to take that time in the moment. You feel me? And run with it. But now I feel like that door probably done closed and gonna have to stand on their 10 toes. And you give it 2 to 5 years, and we gonna take a look around, and you gonna everybody understand what they let slip away. You feel me?
Say, bro, what you think about because there's a lot of talk about basically these artists being exposed,
Yeah.
not having the real money that they saying they have and all this stuff, and everything being a front. That you hear about some of the motherfuckers that's going broke, and I'm like, how the fuck that happened? You know,
Yeah. When money coming in, bro, you always tend to do more than normal if you don't have somebody to put their hand on you, or you got a lot of people that's around you that's not really family that's surrounding you. You'll tend to make some bad decisions with money. You feel me? Because we come from an era we ain't really educated on money. Or how many people you know that growing up that you know was a millionaire and was able to keep a million? You feel me? That's just like Super Sin situation. I kind of I understand what she be going through because she ain't got no pamphlet on how to handle her situation, going from a regular person to, anybody having money or whatever it is. You feel me? We don't have no instructions on that, so we got to deal with that at a day at a time. You have superstars that done went broke before and had to recreate themselves and come back.
Say, bro, what about the this Atlanta movie? I know we bouncing around because I just this came to mind though.
Yeah,
And I really got it from Murda, listening to Murda today. And I think he must have got into it with somebody from Atlanta because he going hard at Atlanta, right?
yeah.
Basically saying Atlanta don't have their own J Prince, their own Master P, like their own Suge Knight type shit, situation. They don't. Everybody from somewhere else when it comes to Atlanta and then making Atlanta great. Any opinion on that?
You mean saying that somebody else made Atlanta great?
Yeah, like Atlanta don't have their own establishment as far as their own Master P, their own J Prince. That one label, that one situation that makes Atlanta Atlanta. If nobody else came to this bitch and did something. That's not my argument. That's just
That's
what's out
just the shit floating around. That's just a stir up shit. For a lot of people running with, I think it's 48 laws of power. They doing whatever they can to survive. You feel me? Just as you see the 505 thing, he took a shot at 21 and the whole Atlanta just to drop a single and promote his album. You feel me? But when you say cultural wise, you got to look at Atlanta as like a South staple, you feel me? Because you got Big Boy and Outkast who broke down the door for us, you feel me? To give us a platform. And from that on, you got Goody Mob and, I don't know. I guess I'm just,
Easy, Ti, shit.
yeah,
You
I'm
got.
just from the era where I pay respect where respect due, you feel me? But I just like you said, most of the time right now, people going with whatever could get them a headline, you feel me? And sometimes you just gotta look at the person that's saying it and be like, what did they contribute to the game to have that type of opinion? And I'm kind of biased when it comes to 21. You feel me? I'm damn near 4L. You feel me? So I'm always gonna take his side and shit. And that's just what it is. You feel me? It's almost just like fuck. If Slim says something and Slim could be wrong, we gonna discuss that at the house. You feel me? If Jizzle do something that's wrong, you discuss it at the house, but we gotta ride on it. You feel me? And that's just what loyalty lied with me. You feel me? Because it's a lot of disrespect getting rewarded these days. You feel me? Going from 2,000 followers to 10,000 overnight for a nice little disrespectful post. You feel me? Or they carrying it over to, or it's almost like a rollout for an album now. You feel me?
Yeah, that's where it's at. Disrespecting and that beef is kind of like the rap game, the rap shit, but it's
Yeah, because
podcast now.
music ain't selling like it was at first. For
Right.
now, so what's the reward now? To be known by name and known on Instagram or either TikTok or what? That's the reward now.
Man, this shit. And the crazy part about it is, bro, because there's money involved. The motherfuckers are seeing that there's money isn't, and they.
You can look at finesse. Finesse, I ain't gonna lie, this whole money's been a whole finesse two-time money on YouTube or even on TikTok or even on Instagram. It's somewhere if you look at your explore page, finesse two times somewhere on there, you feel me? And finesse two time is a good artist, but the record's just not sticking the way how they was sticking before. Not only for finesse, but for a whole lot of people, you feel me? So when things ain't working out, what you do, you're frustrated. How could Finesse even have a running with Bone Thugs and Harmony over a sample that was on Biggie album? That lets you know, like somewhere in the line, he wasn't being educated on the sample that he needed clear. So what was the best result for him to do? To go online and crash out about it, and he got a response from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Damn. Yeah, hip hop is based on challenging and taking your position and all that. But yeah, as long as it ain't killing and
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta look at Memphis Bleak got a podcast, right? He been promoting his podcast. He said one thing about Drake about 2 days ago, and Drake responded to that. You know how many people ran over to see what he said about Drake? So it gave him what you call it when you get an activity on the page, you get
get
tracking.
momentum. Yeah,
Yeah,
give momentum. Yes, indeed.
yeah, you get momentum.
Damn.
Even if 50 Cent diss you, I'm a no. I ain't on 50 Cent level with platform wise. If 50 Cent diss me, everybody coming back over to see what my response gonna be. Are they
Mhm.
gonna pay attention to me? And then if they do follow me to troll me, you give it 3 months. The short span's so short now. You give it 3 months, they be done forgot that they followed me because they didn't like me.
We mentioned the second line a couple of times. For people in the world who don't know what that is, bro, what is the second line? Soldier Slim had one of the biggest in the city.
That's that's like when a band coming together, and that's just New Orleans culture. It's really nothing, no word that could define it besides New Orleans. You feel me?
Does somebody have to die to have a second line?
No, nobody don't have to die. No, it's just a tradition that we inherited. For me, it was inherited through just family members are coming up with it. You feel me? They would have to dig farther down in the history to see how this here go together and how it came together. But as a youngster, it was something that I always wanted to do. Knit and stuff like that. Make an Indian suit. Or even be part of a second line group. It was just something, my uncle and them raised up on going to second lines every Sunday. And it's just something that was embedded in me and, New Orleans culture for me.
Bro, you think we still suffering from Katrina?
Yeah, I could believe that. Because it's also depressing sometimes when you can't just I'm used to where I could walk outside and I go by somebody's house and that could lift my day up. Me being in Atlanta is not really like that. I really gotta keep my own self mentally healthy. You feel me? Versus if I'm having a bad day, I could go by my auntie Deb or pull up by my partner Bobby house or go around the corner and run into somebody and we sit and joke and jokes all day by Pizza Hut. You feel me?
Why is that, Lee? Because everybody's spread out, right?
Yeah, because everybody's spread out. And then when you go back home, you really shook too when you get back on the turf because you don't know who know who. Your auntie, my auntie might live in the east, and her whole neighbor is somebody from a different hood, and they probably feel like I'm on the same time, or they owe me from back then. You feel me? And I can't, and he spot me before I spot him. I'm out of here. You feel me?
Say, bro, that's a reality in New Orleans right now. Like that's still a thing,
Yes,
huh?
that's the reality. Because at the end of the day, you've got to feel like what you could say, like that's almost like neighborhoods going against neighborhoods. And you say, just for me in particular, no matter how you look at it, at the end of the day, I'm out the Magnolia. Somebody will beefing with the Magnolia and they run across me. You don't think that's a good sign if they want to get make the Magnolia feel some pain?
And Lee, you being somebody, I feel like that's a trophy. You being
Yeah.
somebody.
And then it's gonna get plastered around the city like, oh yeah, that's someone who did that to such and such. So now he's celebrating on that, and now he got a name off of that. That's basically what Hove say. I kill you, you brainless. You kill me, you famous.
Is there any word from you to those people who may feel like they had somewhat of superstardom from rapping, podcasting, or whatever it might be, right? They get this superstardom and all of a sudden they don't have that no more. When they're in a position to have to get a job type shit. What do you say about that?
Oh man, I feel like you got to do whatever it mean by any means to get whatever to pay your bills. Like at the end of the day, we all grown ups. Like I don't give a fuck what it is. If I gotta work or while I'm working or whatever, or working tomorrow or doing whatever I want to do, whatever you got to do for you, you have to do it. And I'm one of the people that I feel like I'm cool with just being financial free. I don't have to be the richest. I'm good with being financial free, and I make good decisions with my money. Well, I might can't afford a Lamborghini or something like that, but I can afford to go rent one. I could afford to go anywhere in the world, and I just put my principles on what I feel is good for me. You feel me? Of course, I would wanna. We all would want something that's out of our price range, but it's up to you to make the decision if you're gonna strive for that, or if are you content with what's going on with you right now. You feel me? You just gotta what I could say. You gotta put your eye on. You gotta find out what your prize that you got your eye on.
Yeah. Any thoughts on Boosie giving that time back, not going to prison?
Oh man, that's Mr. Louisiana. You heard me. Anytime he out of jail, I'm just happy with that. Just stay home for him. You feel me? Because we need it like Boosie out here. You feel me? At least you know where Boosie loyalty lie at. If you fuck with Boosie, you ain't got to worry about him crossing you. And for that, you got a friend forever. You heard me?
Yeah. You got a personal relationship with Boosie?
Yeah. Fuck. My family originally from Baton Rouge. I was just born and raised in New Orleans, but my family stayed off of Madison, off of Foster in Baton Rouge. My grandfather, all of them, and my summers was. I had the summers. Some summers I had to go to Baton Rouge. Again, we talked about how I met Gates in Baton Rouge.
Right.
I told you I started recording at Gates studio. I think it was called Dead Game,
Mm-hmm.
and I started recording over there, and that's how I met Gates. Cause Gates overheard some of my sessions, and he was like, "Man, who the fuck that is with them balls?" And that's how we got cool. And right before he caught his jokes, the day before he caught his jokes, me and Gates was hanging together. You feel me? Running around in Baton Rouge. I'm from the, fuck. I done met Nussie, I done met Boosie, and I was in that era when Katrina hit. That's where I went first, Baton Rouge.
Mm. Yeah. That's when shit was before right when the online shit was getting hot and shit.
Yeah,
But them niggas
yeah.
was really living that shit even before all that shit started hitting them online.
And like when I first met Nissa, he was on some scheming type shit. You feel me? He literally walked up to Wack and tried to tell Wack that he had smoke and all of that shit. You feel me?
What about Ivy? Did you ever
I
meet Ivy? Little
I
Ivy?
didn't know Ivory. I met Bleak before. I didn't know Ivory.
Gotcha. Hey man, Instagram and everything the same?
Everything the same. Magnolia Levee. You feel me? Anything else would be uncivilized. Good.